On today's episode, everything is just fine. Yeah, someone ran into the back of Ash, so luckily it's just the tailgate. It was just him in the car, there was no one else in the car or anything like that, so that's fixable. It's just a bit of a very frustrating. The car was it was immaculate. That thing was beautiful. You guys have seen it throughout previous episodes. Beautiful car, and then to have that happen to it because someone wasn't paying attention is heartbreaking. So if anyone has a VL tailgate for a wagon, hit us up. Let me know, because that one's not going to buff out. No amount of Bowden's products is going to get that one out. But in other news, who wants to buy the Celica? 77 TA22 Celica. It's road registered. It's got white line suspension throughout. It's got a big cam in it. You've seen it before. Might even put a little video of the idle in it just to refresh your memory. If anyone wants to buy it, I actually don't know how much you're selling it for. 17K, 17,000? I mean, these things are going for 30K when they're really good. I mean, a couple extra grand, you can make a bit of a profit on that. I don't know how much he wants, like 17, 18 grand, I don't know, something. But if you want to buy, if you want a TA22 Celica, you're in Perth, or you can be anywhere else in the country, it's not that expensive to get things shipped around. Road registered 5-speed TA22. If you want one, hit us up as well. Actually, that was really easy. Who wants a VS Maloo Ute? This one right here. It's got a big supercharged 5 litre in it. The paint's a little bit iffy. It's got some 20-inch earbuds on it. Who wants that? Just hit me up. Message me directly. I don't know. Just hit me up with a price. You might have to deal with Martin hunting you down for the next lifetime, but Maloo and a VE. This supercharged. This thing makes insane power. Full DeFilippo exhaust system. It's all going on. Man, this is so easy. I'm gonna get a supercharger for the XA. Today's a good one though. Continuing on with this door, we're doing the outer door skin today. Hopefully I can get the whole door done and that door done. I'm not gonna show you too much of the other door because it's the same as this door. It'll just be boring. It'll be 2 episodes in a row, the same shit. I'll just get the outer door skin done, see how we go about on that. I have seen the XA post blasting. So I went and had a look at it this morning, pretty much ready. I've just got to go pick it up now. I'll take a car trailer down there. The rain, it's a bit iffy weather in Perth at the moment, so I need to go during a window when there's no rain, pick it up, bring it back here. It's interesting, I'll say that much, the condition the body is in, but nothing we can't handle. So I'm excited to bring that back and start working on that. And also, final pieces of the engine puzzle have been assembled. Everything is here. There's so many boxes of parts and it's all going on. So the engine, although works perfectly fine, looks fancy as is, does do a skid. I'm going to make it do bigger skids. It's going to be double this. So I'm excited for that. Nothing really stopping me from building that now. I might even get to that tomorrow morning because I do need to drop the block off at an engine builder around the corner from here so we can get it cleaned, tested, have the cam bearings installed, just have some of that stuff done, have the crank balanced, have that stuff done and bring it back and we can put it back together and put all the cool shit in there. That'd be very exciting. I'd really like that. But first, back out here, into the thick of it, I'm just going to get started on this door. Hopefully not get too much warpage going on. So, without any further ado, let's hop into it. The door and there was a break in the rain. I went and picked up the Falcon. So I've got the XA back, so let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at how it came back from the sandblasters. Let's start here. This is the passenger side. This area I'm pretty stoked with, especially this section here. There is nothing there, so that's really good. easy fix. That's obviously where the lower section and the upper section of the wall, they bend in here and they form like a little ledge there. That's completely rusted through. That's not to worry, because I'll be cutting that entire ledge off and seam welding along this section. So this is mildly concerning, but not too bad. A couple of little sections here and there, and that'll be good to go. Got them to do just the sections of the roof that wouldn't warp from sandblasting. So the center of the roof is undone, but just these stronger sort of corners got them to blast and coat, so that's looking fantastic. We already knew that was totally cooked, so I've got that repair section. The sill, not too bad. I thought it would be 10 times worse. I honestly thought that would just be completely gone. A little patch there, easy. The wheel arc itself, fantastic. Don't have to replace that. This lower rear quarter section, I've got the replacement panel for it. That's no worries. Some previous repairs, look, they did their best. I'll give them that. They did their best job. Right, there's the other door. I've just got that sitting in the back here to save room. The tray is a bit of another story. So look at that. Holy shit, I only just noticed that. So here as well, there is a section running all the way across there, all tacked up. Look, they've given it a red hot crack. That's that ledge I was showing before. That's all rusted out, but that's all getting cut out, so that's okay. Where the fuel tank sits, you can see that there was a bit of a fuel leak, and that's rusted out the metal there. Just cut that whole section out, replace that. This one, not bad at all. That's looking pretty good in there. There's no holes in there. But the edges of the tray, I'm not worried about, because I can just run some L-plate. Basically what they've done there, but a little bit neater. And because it'll just be getting Raptor coated and you won't even tell. How much in the back here? A little bit that'll need to be repaired there. Not really concerned about this. I'll replace that obviously, but that's covered by the rear bumper bar. A bit better on this side. Again, they tried their best, you know. This side's a little bit spicier. That is just Swiss cheese. I might need to do quite a bit of work on this wheel arc, which is fantastic. I was looking forward to doing all that. Now, brace yourselves for this one. That's just a strip they've cut and inserted in there. That is, yeah. This section's a bit cooked, that's no worries. Overall, not too concerned, not too bad. We knew we were in for something. We knew we were in for some bodywork, so we knew we were in for some bodywork. Which is what we're doing today. We're doing the door. I'm doing the door section, lower door section, and the roof. I'm gonna do the roof today too, because I want to change it up. And I swear this will be the last episode on bodywork for a while. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the bodywork in the background, but the next episode will be the engine rebuild. Going through rebuilding the engine, because I really want to put all that stuff on. I've also got a really cool announcement to make next episode of a new car that'll be joining the Spice Factory. I've gone and got the new car that I've got history with. We'll preview there, but I'll have more information next episode. Follow me on the Instagram. You already know what I'm talking about. I'll probably reveal if you just go on Instagram, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Do the lower door skin on the door today, and we'll cut the roof off, make it a convertible. I mean, put the other roof on. I've just finished up on the door here, and it's not perfect. I forgot that there was spray deadener on the back of this from the factory. I hadn't gotten rid of it, so The welds on the sides were good. The welds in the center, once I realized it was too late, it was already sort of tacked in place, so I couldn't take it out and get rid of the deadener on the back side of it. So the welds were just dirty, they were spraying everywhere. They weren't grabbing, so I had to do more, which caused more heat soak in the panel. Even though I was blowing it over, I had to keep welding in the same spots, which then twisted the panel, so nothing I can't really beat out. That's what body fill is for anyway. So yeah, so I'm sick of doing doors. I'm not going to go on to the next door because I would probably neck myself just over it. I want to do something new and exciting. So I want to do the roof. I want to cut the roof off. Before we get into the roof, I did have this little doobie in here. That was to prevent the center of the door sagging in. It was actually very helpful. I actually don't know what this thing is called or what it's for. I just use it to display a little XA Falcon model car. But I thought that would be perfect to sort of press up against the back end of that. Bit of wood there so it didn't stick to the welds. Yeah. That was a little handy thing that helped me out. Simple thing about the roof. All we've got to do, there's some lead here. We've got a little blowtorch. I'm going to use that blowtorch to melt the lead out of this, scrape it away, and then get to these spot welds that are underneath here. Once I get to these spot welds along the back here, and all along the window around here that connected to the inside bits, as well as running across here. So, let's just see how we go. So the torch I'm using here is just one from Super Cheap Auto. It's pretty cheap and you can get a whole bunch of refills for it. So that was a good option for me, and just a wire brush to get rid of the lead that's been melted away instead of relying on it just dripping away. And right about here you can start to see where the panels join, and this will expose where the spot welds, or in this case they were actually kind of spot welds and kind of seam welds. So it was a bit of a mix. Same on the other side. I just really like showing the time lapse and the lead melting away. It's super satisfying. Oof. And you can start to see the edges of both panels expose themselves here in this situation too. Of course, making sure you're in a super well ventilated area so you don't die from lead poisoning. Here's where I was drilling out spot welds on the top of the windscreen area, and I didn't have a proper spot weld bit, so a couple of times I accidentally drilled through. This is what I mean when I was talking about some were spot welds, some were seam welded. I had to use my little die grinder to cut some of the longer welds away, and then just use the chisel just to find any remaining spot welds and separate the two panels, because there was quite a lot of rust joining the two. Onto the back section now. This is quite easy. It's just a whole heap of spot welds. Not that it was really held in by those spot welds, because as you can see, rust had eaten away all along it. You've got the two panels either side that you can see on the right hand and left hand side of the screen that act as braces. So just getting a few spot welds out of them, and that loosened up the whole back end. Now onto the front again, just chiseling away and finding the rest of those spot welds and separating the roof skin from the frame underneath. As you can see, all the sand from when it was sandblasted was starting to fall from that area, so that was quite annoying. And I really should have been wearing a mask because I was breathing a lot of that in. But here, just doing the same, separating the roof skin from the frame underneath, and pretty much popped straight off. She's finally off. Took a little bit. There was a lot of tiny little welds that I had to keep getting to and cutting away at, and some I didn't see, so when I was pulling, it's off. It's all that matters now. Got it sitting over there because I'm not throwing it out, because I need a part of that. There's a lot of interesting bends and there's a lot of useful bits on that roof that I can use to repair other sections of the ute. And another project that's coming up will require a part of that roof. So I'm keeping that. Looking at this, not too bad. This section's obviously a bit rooted, so might just go about replacing this whole back piece here, but the rest of it's pretty good. A little bit of rust, but I've got my own little sandblaster, so now that the roof's off, I can go about blast this section and coat it myself. Coming around to the front here. Front's pretty bang on. There's nothing to worry about on the front, so pretty happy with that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blast this frame and then I'm gonna coat it so it will never rust ever again. Can't do that now because I fly out to work tomorrow, so I've got to wrap it up there. That's pretty much it. Got the new roof there. I've just sanded back all the old original new old stock paint that was on it, and I've gotten rid of the little rust pits that were all throughout it, and I've just sprayed some rust converter on there to get to the little bits that I couldn't, and then I'll coat it in etch, and then I can get to the frame here. So I'm just going to finish doing that today, and that's going to be it for the roof. So this is, I guess, part 1 of the roof removal. So pretty happy with that. Fair bit of progress made this week. So I've gotten the roof off now, getting the other roof prep to go on, and got the door done. So pretty stoked with that. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be attacking the engine. We're going to start the engine rebuild. Next episode, I'll continue on with this stuff. I'll be doing a lot of this in the background, the panel work, because quite frankly, I'm sick of panel work, and I'm sure you are too. But stuff like the roof, I'll obviously cover that in the episodes. I'll just tinker away on it in the background and then suddenly just release an episode, and it might be a couple of weeks worth of work done to it. So it feels like, seeing it in epoxy primer, it feels like it's coming along nicely. It feels like progress. It's just because it looks different. I feel like it's just changed something. A little bit more enthused. And seeing your project in epoxy primer, it does make you feel like you're making a fair bit of progress. Pretty happy with that, so calling it there. If you like the video, give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next episode when we strip down the engine and have some fun with that and start looking at some cool shit. Stay tuned for part 2 on the roof situation. That'll be coming up. The engine will be coming up. It's all going on now. We're working pretty quickly. We're getting shit done real quick, and hopefully by next episode I should have a pretty cool update on the new car that's coming in, and we can start having a look at that project. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.